Welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, a chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a growler of craft brew on the side. I'm Jade.
And I'm Nate, and on this episode we are chatting about Chapter 2 of Blood of the Fold.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
With the new thing.
I was so used to saying Stone of Tears that I just about said it. Listen back. Half a second hesitation because I was like,
what?
Blood of the... Yep, no, we got it.
No, we're on the new one.
We're on to the next one.
The BOF.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, I do want to just chat about pronunciations again, because we've brought them up so many times in the past. The pronunciation of Jagang, that's what I call him, his name, has been brought up on our, Facebook page, but also I noticed it on, the Terry Goodkind official Facebook page, too. The two different pronunciations that we got on our comments were Jagang and Jayang, and I saw some, way farther pronunciations on, the actual page. I don't even know if I could actually pronounce them with my mouth.
Exactly. There's some complicated ones out there.
They are probably more culturally appropriate pronunciations, I guess, if you're trying to get that I think that's where people are coming from with those. Where
the basis of the name came from, then applying that type of language to it?
Yeah. I
don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think that's close.
Yeah, I know some people were saying it sounds more regal, the way that they think of it in their heads.
I think I saw that one, yeah.
I don't know. I think I just saw the way it was read, and I don't know if I'm just, a basic bitch or what, and I was just yeah, Jagang. I didn't even think about it. Maybe I did initially, but I was just nah, that's how you say it.
We're going for function. We're just it looks like it's pronounced this way.
Yeah.
Jagang. It's
phonics,
easy.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hooked on phonics.
Phonics. Oh, damn.
Shit. So, yeah, I know that there's also, the Kahlan. I feel like when I first saw Kahlan's name, I might have hesitated and been how could you make this word sound like a name? And I think maybe I decided on Kahlan eventually. Maybe I saw it online, but I think it was just in my head. I could see how somebody could maybe make the K sound with a K-A-H, even though it's a stretch a little bit.
I think Ga, when somebody types that out, that's G-A-H.
Yeah.
So I could see Kahlan.
Yeah.
Even though I that's the one that bugs me the most. I'm it's definitely not Kahlan.
Yeah.
But, and then we know, because Terry has said it's Kahlan.
Yeah.
But I don't know that there's an official way to say, I'm going to call him Jagang. I think I've already decided that, but I don't think there's an official...
Yeah, I don't know. I know people were asking that the other day in the group, but I didn't actually look to see if there was a consensus. I think I glanced, but I didn't see anybody be yes, this is the official way that you're supposed to say it. But yeah, I did see somebody else thinking that Kahlan's name, initially when they had read it, was Cullen. Not Colin, but Cullen.
Cullen?
Yeah, something like that.
Like the vampire dude?
I mean, that's what it sounds like. But I could see that maybe, too.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just wanted to clear that up. If you guys have any, I like to hear how other people read it and heard it in their minds, because it's interesting to me. Because I think I just go with the easiest thing a lot of times. Because I'm basic.
I wouldn't say you're basic, but I think if somebody can point us in a direction where here's how to pronounce it because of whatever
XYZ.
Basis, let us know. We'll be happy to say it the right way if we're wrong. I kind of feel like I'm not, but I feel like that's, I don't know, reaching too far.
But yeah, so... I'm going to say Jagang, because that's the way I've always said it in my head. So, be prepared to hear it the wrong way if you prefer it a different way.
We're already lining up for worst episode ever. They apologized right off the bat. Look, we're going to say it wrong, maybe.
Possibly.
Here we go.
I feel like there's a lot of, people are used to that for me, though. There's a lot of words that I've gone back and forth saying it different ways every other time that I've said it, so apologies. So, this chapter opens with Richard and Gratch only a few moments from when we left them in the last book, which is so satisfying. I always love when we don't miss time with our people. I love that. Richard is eating spice soup, and Mistress Sanderholt has joined him, even though she's, like, uneasy about Gratch. The Gar has started growling at something they can't see at this point, so I don't really blame her for being a little uneasy about the big, scary thing that's being big and scary, you know?
Well, okay, I listened to a podcast about history earlier this week, and I heard a story about a guy who had a pet bear, right? And so one day he rides the bear into this bar, which freaked everybody out. But then he was like, it's fine, I have this pet bear. And then it was pissed off about being ridden, and so it, like, bit him. And it was really, really bad. That was in, like, the 1800s. But, like, Richard has this dangerous thing with him.
Yeah.
I don't really think Gratch is, well, he's dangerous. He's dangerous, but, like, Richard's just saying, oh, no, he's fine. But that's what Mistress Sanderholt is. She's thinking about the bear, you know? I don't, like, I can't blame her for being a little wary. But if Richard is also, like, it's also intelligent. So, like, you can say hello. You can talk to him, you know? Like, you can have a conversation with it.
That
so
is different.
Come over here. But yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's, like, historically a lot of proof that wild animals at some point will lash back out at you, even if, like, for no reason or because they're, you know, hungry
because
or
it's
whatever.
A bear.
Yeah. Just because it's a tiger or whatever. Yeah, so I get that, but also you're right. Gratch is a little bit more intelligent than your average bear.
Wow. Yogi jokes?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I'm fine with it.
I feel like our demographic knows who that is. Because anybody younger would totally be like, what the fuck was she just
I hope so.
about?
I hope somebody's like, what is that? That's fine. So while they talk, Gratch is frozen and locked onto something off into the woods. Richard had seen him act like this just once before, which is funny because he's in the middle of trying to calm Mistress Sanderholt down. Like, no, he's fine. I don't really know what he's doing right now. Never really seen him act like this before, but you can trust him. He's safe.
He's solid.
Richard doesn't see anything in the woods. We know he's really good at that, so he just assumes it's a rabbit or something, and it doesn't matter. Whatever. He tells Gratch to stop only because he's, like, freaking out Mistress Sanderholt. And he does it because he's not a monster.
Yeah, I loved it because he, like, grumbly stopped, and it's just like Loki when you're like,
yes,
hey,
Loki does.
Knock it off! Stop barking at that thing, at the male dude, because he's not coming anywhere near the house, okay? And he's just like, I love that.
Yeah, but if he does, though,
yeah, I know you're gonna save all of us, but I also thought it was funny because Richard is on just such like a fucking high from the night before. He's like, I got some pussy.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is gonna bother me. Gratch, I do not give a shit what is bothering you right now. You can just shut up because I'm gonna eat my soup. I need to regain some strength, okay?
I am famished, after all.
I need some more protein. So Richard was going to leave right away. Like, that was the initial plan. He was like, all right, I got to get a horse. I got to get out of here. But Sanderholt was like, dude, food, right? You want soup? You want bread? And I mean, after...
He's famished, like we were just saying.
Yeah, after riding for so long and
gotta
like,
recharge,
committing all the murders and then the sex, all of it is just, it's a lot. So you need some food.
He's had a big day.
Yes. He looks around at, like, all of Aydindril, the Confessor's Palace, the Keep, and he thinks about how Kahlan and Zed had grown up here. Like, they both have a lot of history here. They spent a lot of time walking these halls. And he starts asking Sanderholt what Kahlan was like when she was little. Like, I have no idea who she was before she showed up in the fucking woods a year ago. So Shed some light, please.
She grew up here with you. You know her better than probably anybody.
Yeah, actually, literally.
And also, you know, embarrassing story time.
Yeah.
So, perfect.
Dish.
She's not here. So Mistress Sanderholt said that she was a very serious, always serious, but very special girl. Everyone was happy about her ascension because she always tried to work towards agreement, but was hard as iron when she needed to be. So she's like the perfect mix of personalities to be a leader.
Yeah, she has a really good balance of not being an asshole all the time, but also not giving in when she doesn't need to.
And she's powerful as hell. So, like, that's a thing, too. Sanderholt tells the story about swatting her ass for taking a roast duck, which is always, like I said, embarrassing story time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, tell me a good time when she cried. That was funny.
Yes.
I want to be able to laugh at her when I see her again.
I heard about you.
Like, she ends up feeling guilty about it in the end because Kahlan explained that she was going to give it to this beggar, right? We have plenty of food, sea, giant-ass castle. This person obviously has nothing at all, so we could spare the food and give the person who needs the food the food.
Yeah.
And she was giving him that so she didn't have to give him cash.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the beggar was like, hey, money. And she's like, no, you don't need money. You need food.
Yeah, I'm going to feed you like you said you needed to be fed.
Yes. So her mother had ended up making Kahlan responsible for getting this woman a job. Because they have this line where if you help somebody once, then you're responsible for them.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a throw-in, I thought. But, like, I don't know, dude. You can also just help somebody just to be helpful.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a whole thing.
I'm sure that this goes a lot deeper than we probably want to dive into it, right? Like,
well, yeah. And I mean, when it comes to this specific story,
yeah,
at the end of the story, we learned that, okay, this woman, she wasn't really in it for the food. She didn't need, she only wanted the money.
Yeah, and she's been she doesn't try to work, and yeah.
In this case, this person is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
There are plenty of other people who are not pieces of shit that I don't think that rule that they talk about here really applies to. But, yeah. But it's not bad. Either way, Kahlan, as a little girl, was like, I'm not going to let you starve.
Yeah.
So here's food.
And then she ends up getting her a job through Mistress Sanderholt's connects.
Right.
And she never comes back to the palace again.
Yeah. So.
It's handled.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. So this was just another example, though, of how much Kahlan cared about the people of the Midlands, which is why it hurt her so badly that they all turned on her. I also thought it was funny because it's like the one story we have of Kahlan being like ridiculed, and it's not even her doing something bad. Like, I would have been like, okay, cool. What's another bad thing she did that, like, a really actually, like, something I could actually use against her? We need to keep diving into her childhood. She had to do something embarrassing at some point, right? Come on. But yeah, so no, she's just a really good person through and through from the time she was like a wee babe till right now.
It's all like stories of the Supreme Leader where they've done no wrong and like, where's his bathroom at? Oh, he doesn't even have a bathroom. Man doesn't even shit.
Nope, doesn't.
He's perfect in every way. Damn it, you got nothing really.
Shit. I mean, she had to have pulled some, like funny little pranks when she was younger or something, right? Like, there's gotta be something.
And one year, just as a prank, she taught all of the children cursive. Damn.
Shit.
You're too good for me, Kahlan. I'm sorry.
So, Richard, though, says this is why they have to keep her being alive a secret, because everybody, like, turned on her, even though she didn't deserve it, so we gotta keep her safe. We don't want nobody finding out, coming after her and killing her. Bad sitch.
Bad sitch.
So, Sanderholt isn't really worried about it, though. She's like, at this point, everyone's already fucking forgotten about Kahlan. Right? She's like,
I'm sure they're all over
They
it.
are all standing outside the palace right now, like, give me some fucking coin. I need the coin that you promised me, since they were, promised it. They're near rioting because they've not been given anything that they were promised by the dead dude. Richard, at this point, though, is wondering if the Imperial Order ever even meant to like, hand it over, even when Prince Firen